Welcome, welcome. It's going to just be fun. We're just going to play a little bit tonight, if that's okay with everyone. Playing is fun. Playing makes us happy. So we're going to talk about tonight the 7-point rule of fashion dressing. And this is kind of a new thing, but I think it's really good. And I think it's worthwhile, especially as sewers, because we are creating the whole look. And as we create that whole look, I think it's really going to help us. So we're going to play a little bit tonight. I want to teach you the concepts, really easy. The whole goal is to simplify your style. Not sewing, but it's more your style. Okay, so we're going to start right away with photos. I've got some photos for you that are just going to click through and kind of teach you what's good and what's not. Or, you know, there's no not, it's just how you put them together. So we're going to start with what things are worth what points. So you always wear shoes. So if you notice, the top shoes are 1s, the bottom shoes are 2. The top shoes are 1s because they're just kind of basics. The bottom shoes are 2 because of the color, the pattern, the texture. What we're going to learn is all of those things lead to 2s. And we're going to have 1s and we're going to have 2s. And we're going to add them up because we always have shoes on. So shoes are always going to get something. They're always going to get a number, either 1 or 2. And that's going to be part of our outfit. All right, so let's look at this next picture. And this has to do with our accessories. And I know there's many accessories, but like watches, those kind of things aren't going to count. These are necklaces. And if you notice, a necklace is not a necklace, and the same with handbags. And we typically have a handbag. So, our really thin necklaces, and I've got a couple of examples here, and the ones in that photo, it's the top, but our thin little necklaces like this, that's just a point, that's just 1. And our statement necklaces are worth 2. All right, so, and again, the whole concept of this, in my opinion, is it really, it's not going to go there, sorry. It really simplifies our dressing. A lot of times we'll put something on, we'll say, does that work, doesn't it work? But if you just add up the points, you'll know, nope, it's just too much, take it away, put on something lighter. And so that's why I think this is going to be really valuable for you. Okay, so you see the multicolored textured handbag is a 2. The statement necklace is a 2, while the lighter monochromatic bag is a 1 and the lighter necklace is a 1. All right, let's go on to the next picture. All right, so then we started talking about dresses and jumpsuits and things of those natures, because 2 pieces you can figure out. Again, the solids, you notice, those are 1s. And then, of course, stripes and multicolors, those are going to be 2. So we're going to play tonight. This is going to be fun, like I said. I hope it's fun. Anyway, let's look at the next picture, because I started pulling up examples so that we can look at different examples. Okay, so this first one, you notice she just has on jeans, which would be a 1, white shirt, which would be a 1, shoes, which are a 1, and a handbag that's a 1. You might even give the handbag a 2, maybe for texture, but what there is there's only 4 points, 5 at the very most. And when you look at this photo, it doesn't look styled. I mean, it's fine, it's pieces put together, but there's no styling to it. So what we want to look is we want to look styled. It's not hard, really easy, but we'll just look and feel so much better if we're styled. All right, let's go to the next one. So this one is 2 points for the top, 2 points for the bottom, 2 points for the shoes, and 2 points for the bag. There's just too much going on there. There's just too much going on. Now, supposedly you should be between the numbers of 6 and 10, but if you're doing 8 with 4 pieces, that's just too much. It's too much going on, unless it were monochromatic, but she's not only got 4 pieces, but she's got 4 different colors. So that's just a lot going on, and that tells you why that's a lot going on. All right, the next one. I think this is really pretty. Now, keep in mind, it's a texture, so the top gets 2 and the bottom gets 2. We're going to kind of just give it a 1 instead. I mean, we're going to give it a 2 total instead of 2 and 2. Because it's monochromatic, we're going to just call it a 2. Her scarf is a 1, that's 3. The shoe is 4. The handbag is 5, and the earrings are 6. Now, because it's got so much texture to it, a 6, I would call it good. I wouldn't try to add anything else to that outfit. The earrings are statement earrings. Whenever you wear large earrings like that, they're going to be 1 whole point. So just be aware of that. And she's got a scarf as well. So there's enough going on that it works really well. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, these are both jackets with jeans. Jackets with jeans and a shirt. It's common, especially, I mean, I wear this kind of look all the time. Jacket with jeans and a little t-shirt underneath. But it's what's been put on after that that causes problems. So if we notice the jacket with jeans, let's look at the left first. We've got jacket, jeans, shirt, purse, shoes, sunglasses. You could argue that the bag is an extra, so you've got your 7 points. If you look at the one on the right, my goodness gracious, like she's off the charts. There's so much added on, and she might really like it all. I think we do that because we say, oh, I really like this and I want to wear it, but we just put too much on. So if you count up those points, you're just way over where we should be, and that's hence, I mean, they both, to be honest, I don't think they both look terrific, but just get the idea of jeans and a jacket and a t-shirt. That's the goal. And then add in your shoes. And, you know, this is a great time. If I show you this shoe right here, this is one of my favorite shoes. But it's not often I can wear it because it's a 2. It's just a lot of color and a lot of texture. So it gets to be a 2. So if you notice this shoe, because it's just a denim-y and blue, it gets a 1. And so if I'm wearing jacket, jeans, and a little t-shirt, I'll go extra with my shoes. I'll let my shoes be the 2 because I can get away with, you know, the shoes being, I get closer to my 7. Okay, so let's look at this next one. And I think, again, these are great examples, you guys, because, you know, she's wearing Chanel. There's nothing wrong with the pieces. Let's look to the girl on the right first. She's got texture twice on the top. That's 4 points on the top. She's got texture on the bottom in her jeans. It's a print. That's 6 points before we even get to shoes, handbag, sunglasses. It's just too much. There's too much going on. If you look to the girl on the left, she's got 1 point for the top, 1 point for the bottom, 1 point for the jacket, 1 point for the sunglasses, 1 point for the handbag, and 1 point for the shoes. She's okay. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one. Oh, is that the last one? Okay, sorry, that was the last one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do it with our stuff. We're going to do it with clothes. We're going to do it with these fabrics that I've picked tonight because I want you to see, or maybe even understand why I put together what I put together and why I offer it the way I do, because I feel like it coordinates together. Now, clearly, I respect that you get to buy whatever you want because you may already have something similar to that piece. But I think the coolest thing about doing this is that we, as sewers, can actually do it with the fabric. So that's what I started to do with this ensemble right here. All I did was I took fabric and just draped it around. And the bottom is this Loro Piana fabric. We'll get to it in a minute. But you can see it's got a lot of texture. That's 2 points. This one is here, and it's a beautiful viscose. That gets 2 points. So there's 5. Sorry, I can't count. There's 4. And then so you want something solid and simple as a jacket or as a shawl or whatever, jean jacket, whatever you're doing. That would be 5. And then you have the shoes and you have your handbag. That's it. You don't need accessories. In fact, what I did is I'm going to come back and bring on these accessories and kind of let you see what happens when I just put on what I consider to be too much. You see, everything starts fighting against one another, and so it just starts to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, the rule is you fall between, 6 and 10. So you could look at that and say, no, I love it, I'm going with it. It's not horrible, just be aware. As opposed to if I took this away and put in a lighter necklace, you can see that it just gives a little touch, but it almost complements it rather than trying to fight it. So I'm hoping that you see the difference between those. All right, so this is just wrapped with fabrics. I'll go over the fabrics here in a little bit, but if you have a dress form, or you don't even need a dress form, you need a hanger. If you have a hanger, you can just lay it all out, hang it up, you know, put one on a pants or skirt, you know, just like I did. It's great to do it with fabrics because you get a visual as to where you're going and what you're doing before you head that direction. Okay, do we have questions? Okay, let's go to this other one because I did this. And I love this outfit. I love this outfit. And all the choices I made had this whole concept in mind. So I first chose the top and bottom, and I did the polka dot, and I did a little dot with a big dot. And these are fabrics. I'll show you these here in a little bit. All right, now, then I wanted to do the lace, but because this was 2 points, the lace is 2 points. So I'm already right now at 4. Even maybe 5, because the patterns, the pants are printed. So you could say that that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got shoes 6, handbag 7. I'm kind of already at my limit. There's a lighter necklace just to add a touch if I want. And there's a statement piece, which again, you can see that that just may be too much. But again, it's your call. You're still under 10. And then you get to be the one who decides, you know, how close to 10 you want to push it. 7 is supposed to be the golden number. Okay? All right, easy peasy. I think this will really help you. And as I read all kinds of reviews on it, the biggest review was it's made my dressing simpler. It's made my decisions easier. And I think that's exactly what we want to do. We want to make our decisions easier, and we want to make them more thoughtful rather than just random and not, you know, when the answer is, why do I like it? And I say, I don't know. We want it to be more direct. Okay, let's look at fabrics, because I got a lot of fabrics, and in this case, well, there's 20 new fabrics, but in this case, what I did is I wanted to put some pieces together where you could make wardrobes out of them, and in this case, you know, I mean, I used a couple of examples. So if you're new, and we've got lots of new people, it's fun to get your emails and say, hey, I've never been here before, where do I find the fabrics? So you'll go to silhouettepatterns.com, and you'll go to fabrics. It's not at the very top, it's kind of below the photo. You'll see another row. It'll say fabrics. You click on that fabrics, and if you go to the right-hand side, you want to hit view all. I think it's just easier to look at the fabrics if you hit view all, and then go all the way to the bottom. And you'll see these little square pictures, and the pictures are just the top row and then the bottom row. We've got 10 fabrics on the top and 10 fabrics on the bottom. Is that getting easy for you? Okay. Okay, so the fabrics, this is Tuesday night, the fabrics stay up until Friday night, and then they go away. They come actually back to the store, whatever's left. Okay, so for those 3 days, you can buy whatever you want to buy. All right, well, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to show you, and again, my goal was so that, you know, you can kind of build out your wardrobe, since you already know what you have in your fabric wardrobe, and I don't. But this is a beautiful light pink cotton. This would be a 1. It's got texture. It might be a 2, but it's so light in color, I think it'd probably be a 1. It's beautiful, 100% cotton, a little bit of tone-on-tone stripe. It's very, very pretty. Let me unroll that a little bit. There we go. Very pretty. And light pink stays through fall, so that's kind of an exciting thing. Okay? All right, so then I paired it with some other pieces that are just equally beautiful. I think this screams for blouse or dress, or no, it could easily be a pant as well. It's a viscose is why I say that. The drape is just stunning on this. It's 100% viscose. It's a beautiful floral. I really do think both sides could be used. One side's a little lighter than the other, but it's just, you can hardly see it unless you really look at it. Even a scarf would be just stunning. The print is really beautiful. The colors are olive green, a real crisp, clean, kind of a wine color. And then they're all in a real light pink background. Very pretty. And the drape, like I said, is just beautiful. Okay. All right, and then we go, this is a Loro Piana fabric. And you know, in deciding what side was right and what side was wrong, the goal is really that you can really use both sides. These Loro Piana fabrics, this is 100% cotton. It's a knit. It has stretch in one direction. It's very lightweight. I'm going to kind of show you both sides. I used the darker side because I was using it on the bottom, but certainly you could do the other side as well. Loro Piana, we're very privileged to have these fabrics, in my opinion. It's getting to where my guys in New York kind of save them for me, because we know we love them. They're just gorgeous. All right, so that one's there. And then I put this really soft pink. The soft pink really pulls it all together, and it really acts, in this case, it acts like a jacket. I mean, it certainly could be pants. The pants are like beautiful. The fabric itself, it's a cotton poly. It has just absolute great stretch and drape, and it has stretch in one direction. But it is really a beautiful piece of fabric. You kind of see the drape there. Okay, very nice. Okay, that is 13, they're all 1400s is what we're dealing with tonight. That's 1404. I should say these numbers with each one, huh? 1404. Then 1405, this is a viscose. So that means it's a viscose. This is a woven. It is a pink and orange and green with kind of a real pale pink background. But again, beautiful drape. Be a beautiful blouse, skirt, dress. Really in style for what's going on right now. The florals are, there's big florals out there, but a lot of the florals are very little, gathers, all those kind of things. So it doesn't, I don't think it'd matter what you made with it. I think it'd be really pretty. Really pretty viscose. And then we've got just a little bit of denim left. This denim is a, if I had to tell you there's one fabric out there besides linen that's just gone crazy, is denim. I don't know what the deal is. This is a fused denim. So we've just got a little bit of yardage left. There's not a lot left, but it's already been fused by the manufacturer. It's a woven denim, but it's just a perfect color. It's just that medium blue. It's got a light variegation all through it. It's just very, very pretty. Good drape, just a good denim piece. And again, there's not a lot of yards of that left. It's 100% cotton, just for the record. Fun, cool. Okay, then we've got this, my dress that I made. I just fell in love with this fabric. Plus, it's a cotton and a linen. And I think I just love fabrics that are cotton and linens together. So I did a tank dress. I did pattern 514. I took it all the way to the floor. I added a yard below the top. It's 514 is the pattern number, but I added a yard all the way to the bottom. And then I put a little elastic around the waist. I left open the side so that there's a big old slit up to my knee. So it's just an easy dress, you know. It's just easy. Easy, cool, perfect for summer. Perfect for travel. Remember, this is a linen cotton, and I know it sounds crazy, but these fabrics have come so far, these linens, to where I don't know what the deal is. They just don't wrinkle. And of course, this coloring, this is like a Wedgwood blue in the back, and then your greens. There's two different greens, and then your orange. Just all the fresh colors. I just love it. I just really enjoy it. Easy to sew on. Very, very easy to sew on. All right, and that's 1407. 1408 I put in here because the little white jacket I have on was made out of a hemp. It was a cotton hemp organic fabric. And we sold out of it. In fact, we oversold. The bolt had a big flaw in it, and I just could not ship that to somebody. So I actually ended up throwing several yards away, and therefore we ran short. The customer that we ran short on, there was one customer, I credited her back. She said, gee, it was part of an outfit. You know, can you get more? And that prompted me to reach out to my guy and say, hey, do you have more? At least 2 yards. She only needs 2 yards. So he had a little bit more. So he's sending the whole bolt that he has. I mean, the bolt's not that big. Anyway, so I went ahead and put it up. It's on the top of the page of fabrics. It's the very first number, but I'm terrible to tell you I don't know the pattern number, the fabric number. But it's the white and it says cotton hat. It's the very first fabric on the fabrics page. However, the reason I did this is because with my dress, for instance, there's so much going on that I would not want a ribbed little shirt. I wanted a smooth white because the texture adds, again, more than I wanted. And I knew I wanted a belt. So see, you can get a chance to add on all those things you like. And then rather than making it out of a fabric that you have, you'll be able to construct, do you want a 1 or a 2, and be able to add up the numbers. So that's the goal in this. This is a beautiful ribbing though. It's 100% cotton, it has stretch in both directions. There's not a lot left, but it's gorgeous. And it would make a beautiful little top just like I have on. But typically with something that is not got as much going on as what the dress I have on is, if that makes sense. That was a long explanation for that, but I hope that makes sense. All right, then this is 1409, and this is a really beautiful kind of pale blue. This is 100% cotton. That's okay, we can take just a minute and ask questions. This is a pale blue. It's got like a little pale blue and white. It's kind of like a polka dot, but it's got little circles inside the dots. But it looks like a polka dot. From a distance, it really looks just like my little polka dot friend over here. And it's nice. It's really soft. It has stretch in one direction. It's just a beautiful cotton. I mean, this is not cheap stuff, that's for sure. You can feel it. It's like a suede, you know, that really soft cotton. That's what it is. It's beautiful. Give it a little shimmy there so you can see. It's got good drape too. Be a nice little summer dress. It's really fun. And then because of the colors in the dots, it goes really well with this blue. And again, we don't have a lot of yardage left on this. This is a cotton poly. I think this is a Hugo Boss, isn't it? Let me see, just real quick here. Yeah, I think this is a Hugo Boss. Beautiful piece of fabric. Again, great drape. Pants, that could be a top, works really well. This would be a 1. If you did this as pants, it would be a 1. You see that drape, isn't it beautiful? Yep, there you go. Little shimmer in your step. So this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 1, this is a 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. How's that? So buy your 1s and 2s and see how you get. All right, let's take just a minute. Let's take a breather and just see if y'all have any questions. And fortunately, I've gotten lots of emails about, are you okay? And the rains have just been really incredible, but fortunately we're far enough north that it's like been perfect for us. Like, this city is so pretty, everything is growing, and I mean, it's pretty. There's been rain, but not the flooding like it's been farther south. That's all been in the Brazos River area. It's really sad. Okay, if you choose the green or the wine color, would that make it a 2? If you choose the green or the wine color. Oh, okay. Wouldn't the polka dot pants be a 2? Yes, I think the polka dot pants are a 2. I think this is a 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is why I chose this shoe, which I would choose this shoe to go with it, which is 6. The handbag is 7, and the necklace is really pushing it. I just think there's way too much going on to put this one. So I would put, if I wanted a necklace at all, I would put the really, really light one. Now keep in mind, 7 is the best number, but this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That necklace would be 8. So it'd be just fine with nothing on it. There's enough going on. Not this shoe, sorry, this shoe. you want to go with just the same color shoe. Okay, so 2 for the polka dots, 3, 4, 5. Shoes, 6, handbag 7, necklace makes it 8, or nothing at all. It's just your call. Okay? Does the fused backing, what does the fused backing do to the denim? Well, it causes less wrinkling. So anytime you have fusible to denim, it gives a little more body, it gives a little more drape. Denim is sometimes very, very light. So I wish my friend were here because she bought some and she made a skirt out of it, I think she told me. It's a customer that we have locally. And she emailed me and said, I love the skirt, but I want a jacket, to kind of the same denim. So I put 2 yards aside for her. So I think it just really gives it, it's beautiful. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. I think it just gives it great body. And there's no wrinkling, but it still is it's 100% cotton and it's denim. So I don't know why they fused it. A lot of our denims are, they're Italian denims. And I think that what I'm seeing them do is incredible stuff. So I'm going to trust it, but I don't know the exact answer, to be honest. I'm not sure. Which pattern is the jacket you are wearing? This is 324. Try that. 324. It's not a jacket, it's a top, but there's a couple ways to make it. So instead of closing it up in the middle, I just left it open. I think it's 324. What weight is the fused denim? It's still a 3. It's very light. Well, no, it's probably a 4. It's probably a 4. Because if I compare it with this is a 3, this is going to be a 4. Okay? Okay, if you choose the green or the wine color, would you make it in a 2? The green and wine the green and wine. Where's the green? I don't know the green and wine. Oh, the green or the wine color, would that make it a 2? The green and wine in the printed blouse with the gray skirt. Oh, you must be talking this, and you must think that's gray. I'm trying to figure this out. This is wine color. Okay, so let's go back to that question. I think I've got most of it figured out. If you choose the green or the wine color, would that make it a 2? The green and wine in the printed blouse with the gray skirt. You're talking about this right here. So this is a 2 because it's a print. This is a 2 because it's a texture. And this is a 1 because it's a solid. So you've got 2, 4, 5 right here. 6 shoes, 7 handbag, you're done. You're out the door. Okay? Keep your earrings small. If your earrings get too big, it'll that's when I start talking about how they start competing with each other. And that you don't want your dressing, like in what I have on, purposely choosing what I have on. Like, I love earrings. I just love earrings. I love statement earrings. I'm going to call them big earrings, whatever you want to call them. I just love them. And so I purposely, my dress is a 2. My shirt is a 1, or the jacket, whatever you want to call it, 3. The belt is 4. The shoes are 5. I wanted 2 left from my earrings. So I didn't wear any necklace. In fact, I didn't have anything to clip my mic onto because I didn't have a necklace. And typically I throw on a necklace just for the microphone. But I didn't have any left because the earrings, everything was too much. I was over my limit, so I had to quit. Would the fusing make the denim more formal than casual? No, not at all. No, you can't. That's a good question, though. I appreciate you asking it. You can't look at the denim and see that it's fused. Like, not at all. It's still good old denim. You can feel it when you feel it, but I think it's better than denim, personally. I mean, obviously it is, because they wouldn't take the money to fuse the denim if it made it worse. These are designer ends, so at some point you have to trust that because it's fused, it's absolutely better. Okay? All right, so those are the first 10, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? And we're happy to answer any questions on those 10. All right, we're good? Okay, so let's go to 1411, and this is a viscose print. And I have been honestly looking for these viscose prints because this is what's in the stores. They're small prints. They're great for dresses, tops, even pants, skirts, dresses. They're just being used all over. This is a pink and a gray. I'm sorry, a pink and a green. I'm not colorblind, I just can't talk. It's a pink and a green. And I just love the combination of the colors. And again, you can really do lots with it. This would be a 2. So you want to think about, what do I want to pair it with? But it does really go nicely with some of these pinks up here, and of course the denim. Okay, did we get that as far as drapey goes? It's viscose, it's 100% viscose. It's great drape. This is a pink knit, and I just love this pink knit. This is 100% cotton. It has stretch in both directions, and it's just really, it's kind of like a ponturoma, but it's got a little bit of a suede-y feel to it. I don't think that's a word, but it's nice. It's very nice. Okay. All right, and then we've got just this little piece. It came in, and I just liked the pattern so much. There literally is only a half a yard. And I charged $9.99 for it. Actually, it's almost a yard. That's not true. It's almost a yard. I charged $9.99 for it, but you kind of have to only think that it is almost a yard. In fact, I think it's over a yard. But I didn't want anybody to think, that, that's all there is. Like I said, I put it up for $9.99 because I love the pattern. I just absolutely love, and red is such a strong color for spring. So I decided that I would put it up tonight, and if it didn't get purchased, then I would have a new top. That's how I think. Or it's going to match, we have a photo shoot next week. It's going to match the jacket of my photo shoot. All right? So that's 1413. 1413. Okay, then we have 1414, and I just love this blue. Again, if you notice, the pattern of these is small, floral. This is a knit, 100% cotton knit. It's pretty. This would be a 2. But you're going to wear it with denim, or you're going to bring something that pretty? Look at that. Yeah, the colors in there are just really great, especially with a pair of jeans. The white pair of jeans would be adorable. It's got white in there that would really bring that white out. You can see it with my little jacket. If I put my little jacket over it, it'd be a cute little dress, little cotton dress. And these little cotton dresses, or any of the dresses, I just used, let me just show you, pattern number 514. And 514 is, it's on our Fit to Stitch site. And we are doing a Serger giveaway still. I mean, we started another one. So any contribution, like $20 and up, enters you in each time. So that is from Fit to Stitch site, and you could buy a pattern and get into the Serger drawing. We'll send out an email later this week to kind of hit it good. Okay, and this is a faux leather. A faux leather. It's Brandon Maxwell is the person that did this. Now, whenever you have something like a leather is a 2, simply because of the attention. I guess I don't know how else to say that, because of it's a 2, okay. The texture, everything. It's just, it commands a lot of attention. So it really has to, it can't be a 1, it has to be a 2, especially if it's pants. I did a bomber jacket out of this, and it's still a 2. So when you pair it with stuff, you want to simplify what you pair it with so that you won't, just do too much. Okay? Okay. And then we have, this is 1417. Nope, 1416, sorry, 1416. And this is 100% cotton. It's got a little bit of a piqué in there. It's 100% cotton. And again, stretch in one direction. Beautiful piece. Again, great blues. Works great with denim. It's going to work really well. Real summery piece, I think. Just perfect for summer. Little paisleys, little Italian, little paisleys running all over the place. So this is 1416. Yeah, 1416. And then we get into my polka dots. And this is 100% viscose, and it's what I did the top in. And it's really both sides could be used. I chose to use the darker side because I felt like it matched a little bit better. But it's 100% viscose. It's a dream to sew on. Just really beautiful. And polka dots are so stylish. I think they're continually in style. They're what we definitely call a classic. So that's why in this particular, I only gave this a 1. The larger polka dot, I would give a 2. But this polka dot is so small, I would almost call it a solid and leave it at a 1. There does get to be some discrepancy in there, but anyway. 100% viscose, great drape. Okay? And then 1418 is the polka dot that I did my pant in. And the polka dot that I did my pant in, again, 100% viscose. Beautiful drape. I did the cargo pant. You guys know it's my go-to pant, right? Like I can make it in 20 minutes. I have a new pair of pants. It's kind of fun. In fact, it's really fun. It's not hard to make a new outfit for every day of the week. That sounds terrible, but it's fun. So this is really pretty. It's a beautiful navy. The white, the background is navy, but not near as dark as the front. But again, 100% viscose and great pattern. What pattern is your dress? If you said it, I missed it. Sorry. No, it's okay. It's 514. It's the tank top. On Fit to Stitch side, I added 36 inches to the bottom. And at my knee, I just made a little slit. I like long dresses. I think it's really fun, especially for summer, but they're coming back for fall. I mean, they're in style for summer, but they're coming back for fall. I just love them. Especially, this one I put a big old slit up the side, like the slit's all the way to my knee. It just feels like, I don't know, it just feels freedom. It really feels wonderful. I bought the lavender textured flowered fabric. The lavender textured flower fabric. Lavender textured flower fabric. That's here? No, you must mean the one online. And okay, if you guys think I remember all these fabrics, you better think again. I wanted to make a sleeveless wrap dress. I bought 2 yards. Do you think I can make it with 2 yards, size 4? You don't have any more. Oh, we're out of the textured flower fabric? Lay it out. I don't know. Try to, just lay it out. If you already have the fabric, just lay it out and see if it works. If you're going to do sleeveless, it depends on the facings, the collars. Just lay it out. Just see what happens. You can get creative in laying it out. All right, so this is a solid navy. This is a beautiful pant weight fabric or jacket, either one. It's 100%. No, let me check. I'm not sure if it's 100% or not. You guys, this is 1419 is this number, 1419. It is a cotton poly. It has one-way stretch. So just know that this navy matches the dots just perfectly, which is why I put it in here. Because I wanted a jacket, this is the navy that we have online. It's a navy linen, and I don't have the pattern, the fabric number, but if you just put in navy linen, it will come up. There's only one. And what I did is I wanted to do this is pattern 618, and I wanted the lace to just kind of like be a little overlay. And I wanted a basic navy to go with, but I didn't want to use this because I felt like it'd be too thin. I wanted more texture to this to kind of correspond with the lace. And so that's why I went to this fabric. And it also goes really well with the navy polka dot. So that navy linen on the site goes great with the navy polka dot, just an FYI. So this is 1419. And then this is our lace, which is 1420. And this is good old Italian lace. It's so pretty. It's so fun to sew with. You don't have to finish the bottom if you don't want. but it's easy enough to serge it and turn it and finish it. So it can just be whatever you decide. It's a cotton poly. It's got a lot of drape to it. It's really pretty. You just can find a little wrap or something. Like what I did is on the back, you know, something that didn't need to have it finished. I didn't even I finished this edge here is finished, but I didn't finish the bottom and I just let it hang. So it's just pretty stuff. It's fun to play with. And I love lace and denim. I just think it's such a cool combination. You can use it, you could literally cut these medallions out and just embroider it on top of jeans. I think that would be a great look. This is just a fun piece to have. We don't find this lace very often. It's just really, really pretty. So that's 14 number 20 is what that number is. Okay, so we might have gone too fast or missed you or whatever. We'll go back. Is the fused denim slinky? Slinky? No. No, I don't think so at all. No. Why is the wine skirt a 2? Because you may not be able to see it, and maybe I'll show you the fabric and we'll get a little closer look. Because it has so much texture to it. I'm going to get the bolt down so we can see the bolt. And you may not be able to see this texture on camera. This is a Laura Piana fabric, but the texture on this fabric is just stunning. Yeah, you still can't see texture really, but there's a texture to it. And because that texture, I think it could be that on camera is mitigating it, but I can look at that skirt and say it's got texture. I can see the light transitioning differently all throughout the skirt. So it's a 2 because of the texture. Because of the pattern, I guess is a good way to say it also. Patterns are going to be a 2. All right, patterns are going to be a 2. Solids are going to be a 1. And to kind of just, if you go back to the very beginning, I went through and I did each of the, like each of the reasons why. So that if you forget, you can say, okay, solids are 1s, patterns are 2, texture is 2, so that you can kind of remember all that. What pattern is the polka dot top? It's 514 also. It's the same one I have on. I just, I lengthened it 6 inches, and I put a little elastic at my waist because I knew I wanted to wear it out. And this polka dot base, to me, is going to go miles. Like long after I don't wear this jacket with it, you know, I could wear this little white with it. There's so many options. Navy polka dots are so classic. And I just loved the larger polka dot at the bottom. And I thought about doing the larger on the top and the smaller on the bottom, but I played with it and I liked the way that looked better. So that's why I did it that way. But I think if you reversed it, I don't think there's a right decision on that. I think it would look good either way. They're both really cute. And like I said, this polka dot is just a dream to work with. It's just so easy to sew with that it's, you know, where you, once in a while you run into a fabric that's just horrible. And so when you have a fabric that's wonderful to work with, it's really, really nice. That fabric was wonderful to do with. Can we please see 1416 again? Of course. 1416. That would be 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. And tell me if I got the wrong one. Whoops, sorry, hang on. I'm always tearing this place apart. By the time I finish, I've got the whole wall ripped apart. There we go. We'll get a close-up for you so you can see. And then also I had some questions about the Kai scissor pack. So there's 2 Kai scissor packs, and I guess some people are just confused. So I'm going to show them to you. And they're very limited. They each only have like 8 sets left. There's not very many of either one, but they've all been shipped. So I did get an email from a lady who said, hey, I didn't get, when's this going to ship? And I said, it's already shipped. So we had somehow missed her. I don't know how our software does that. It kind of scares me, but it does happen. So let me just show you, and then you can answer any questions you have. There's two Kai scissor packs. This is called the Lion and the Mouse. And the reason is because this is a 12-inch serrated. They do not have a left-handed serrated 12-inch. They don't even have a a left-handed 12-inch period. So this is a serrated 12-inch, and this is a little bent tip 5.5-inch scissor. That's the lion and the mouse. That goes together. And like I said, I think we have 7, maybe 8 sets of those left. And then this one is the Kai pre-pack, I think it's called. It's the other one, 5-piece. And there's a kitchen shear, and they come apart. And then there's a serrated, I think it's a 9-inch. It is, serrated 9-inch. And then there's a little 5.5-inch. And then there's a little lavalier so you can stick over that and wear those scissors around your neck. Then there's a seam ripper. Okay, so that's the 5-piece Kai pack. Okay, so just so that you know, because I've had more than one email. What's the difference? They're both scissors, but different. Depends on what you want. All right? Okay, let's go back to questions and see if we can answer your questions. And I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Really, it's a lot of fun for us behind the scenes. So, thank you. It's okay. Would the fusing make the denim more formal than casual? No. No, we did answer that, but that's okay. What I had said regarding that is the denim is still denim. You would never look at the denim and know. You would never be able to look at that denim and say, oh, that's fused. Looks exactly like denim. So I think the answer is no. Denim, it's 100% cotton. Remember, it's not, weird, funky denim. It's 100% cotton. It's good. So I'm going to say no. No to that one. Okay? How else are we doing? So did everybody have a good 4th of July? I know it was loud because we live, I don't know if you guys know about, there's a famous Addison fireworks that goes on here, and Addison is just a stone throw that way. Probably more than a stone throw, right? Kaboom Town, yeah, thank you. It's called Kaboom Town, and it's pretty famous at this point. Like 500,000 people go to Kaboom Town. So if you can imagine, how far is Kaboom Town from here, would you say? Like 5 miles? Like 5 miles away. 500,000 people descending 5 miles away. We go nowhere. No one moves out of their house on July 3rd. It's always the night before July 4th. So it's July 3rd. But it's gotten so popular, you can, number one, I can sit in my backyard and watch it. Or now they do it on TV, but it's always synchronized to music. It's the loveliest, I just love it. Every year, I either climb up on my roof with my radio. This year, it was kind of rainy a little bit, so all I had to do was turn on my TV, or not my TV, but they have it on YouTube also, and then you can do the music simultaneously with it. So that's what I did this year because it was a little bit rainy. But anyway, I hope you had a great 4th. It was wonderful. I love that fireworks show, and it's just fun to sit and watch it and not get involved in the crazies, because we did that one year, and every one of my sons has the worst memories from going to that Kaboom Town. They don't remember the fireworks. All they remember is how horrible it was getting home. Our little 5 miles, it took us hours and hours and hours. People yelling and screaming at each other, it was horrible. So we don't go. We just sit and enjoy it from a distance. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't catch, whatever, what pattern you use for the blue dot pants. 3423. It's the pull-on cargo pant, 3423. I just overlay all the pieces. So I only use the front and the back, put the pocket on, I put all the pieces together, and I just use the front and the back. I'm telling you, the slimness of the leg is just incredible. Just a great pant. I just love it. So this was 3423, this is 514, this is 618, this is 324. I might be lying on this one, you guys. 324. The dress I have on is 514 also. Okay? Those are all the patterns. All right, so the fabrics are up through Friday night. You guys know this. For all the newbies, you guys know it now too. Isn't this fun to know that you can count your clothes? You can make sure that you're not over the top. We've all seen women who are coming to dinner or they're dressed to go somewhere, and it's like, oh my gosh, they must have put on everything in their closet all at one time, leave it home. but you can have that right balance. And I love this. I think it really helps and really helps me think through what the right answer is. So the goal is to have happy sewing, happy dressing. And Thursday night, this Thursday night, we had postponed our Q&As, but this Thursday night is the Q&As. So hopefully we'll see you Thursday night. And thanks so much for being here, y'all. All right, bye. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and yeah, leave comments. I love your comments, even the nasty ones. That's okay. All right, you all. Later. Bye.